Cancer, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week ahead. Keeping in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone. So make sure to check out your other placements because you could have messages there as well. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can find the link for that in the description below. All right, my friends, let's get started. What is the energy around Cancer for the week ahead? Oh boy, Soulmates in reverse, first card out. Okay, so there's someone who has a sacred task in your life to help you with something, to guide you to some kind of truth. And it feels like that area involves you releasing a never-ending story that's keeping you very critical of yourself, or it's keeping you very judgmental of yourself in a sense. There's someone here who has a sacred task to help you break down a pattern here. Okay, now soulmate does not always mean love. Soulmate to me is like a soul contract. Okay, it's a contract you make with another soul to say, hey, when we come down to earth this time, let's help each other do something. And sometimes that person may have to play the role of the villain, right? Sometimes we have to play the role of the instigator, the individual who is the catalyst for change. So this is an interesting message that you're getting. Someone has a sacred role in your life to help you understand where you feel fear, envy, procrastination, greed, victimhood, where you compare yourself to others, where you're afraid to make a move because, well, what are people going to think of me? What is that person going to think? What are these people going to think? Where you may be feeling powerless, where you may be feeling insecure, where you may be feeling like a failure, where you literally feel like you are sort of sabotaging yourself. And whatever form that takes, I just listed a bunch of different areas that could be happening, but it ultimately comes down to you being very critical of yourself. And it's time to stop telling this story altogether. And there is someone here that is helping you understand this lesson by being the instigator of these emotions, by causing drama, in a sense, in your life to stir this all up so that you can see that you can have a new life. You can have a new outlook. You can have a new experience. You can have new opportunities, ones that this is coming through in the reverse. So ones that you don't feel are available to you at this time. And they are. And so this person is going to be very much a stirring the pot kind of energy. I'm going to keep that new life card out for you because it feels like that is essentially where this is going. Not only is it going to break down this pattern of behavior or pattern of thinking or pattern of being and doing where you feel very critical and you're comparing yourself to other people and feeling like, well, I'm not going to bother because I'm afraid, or feeling like envious, like how come they're succeeding and I'm not? Or how come they're able to do these things and I'm stuck over here feeling like I feel. It's interesting. Take this energy coming from this person as a gift. Even though it's instigating all of these fears and sort of triggering moments where you feel like you need to be critical of yourself and judge yourself, this is very interesting. This person, this relationship could ultimately be feeling like it's bringing you to your knees. And instead of saying, why is this person like that? The question is really, what is this experience trying to teach me? What is the gift in this? It's not a why question about the other person that's important. And I think it's interesting that the why card is now the one on the bottom of the deck. The real question is, what is the gift in this? This is going to change you for the better. This is going to disrupt patterns that are holding you back from having a new life, from having a new experience, from changing this never-ending story, right? This is an opportunity for you to release this critical nature that is probably holding you back from some experiences, from what I can see in the energy of these cards. This is interesting. Look at that. You got the King of Swords and the Two of Pentacles as I cut the deck. So to me, that King of Swords could be the person that's instigating this. This person could be challenging your way of doing something. They could be showing you how it's not serving you in a way that's making you uncomfortable and causing you to go, should I go this way or should I go this way? Which one of these routes should I take? It's at least causing you to stop and pause to ask the question, as opposed to sort of falling right into the trap of your own self-criticism and judgment. And it feels like there's a lot of comparisons going on, saying, well, why is this person able to do this and I'm not? Or why are they popular and I'm not? Or why are they successful and I'm not? You know, why? More important to ask, what is this experience teaching me? What am I learning from this experience? I just saw the Six of Wands flip over, which makes me feel like a part of this has to do with external validation. That there's a part of you that may think that the only path that can be sort of demonstrating success is when other people acknowledge your success, as opposed to giving it to yourself. Very interesting. Let's see here for Cancer. First card out is the Ten of Pentacles. So that's awesome, because that tells me that there is a new beginning that's going to be very stable, very secure, very abundant, very prosperous. This is an opportunity for you to leave your mark and your legacy. So you're being guided to get out of your own way, because right now things are not in balance. You may be giving more than you're receiving. You may be receiving more than you're giving, or you may have completely stopped the flow of abundance because of fear. You may have completely shut down the flow of give and take because you're being too critical of yourself and overly sort of analyzing every exchange you have in a very critical way, instead of sort of seeing the true message coming through those experiences, which seems to be, there's that Two of Pentacles again, where to make your priorities. Where are things serving you and where are things not serving you? Where are they limiting you? This is a juggling act right now. But ultimately, man, oh man, do you have the ability to step into something super abundant, super new, super refreshing, in the sense of you feel secure here. Whereas these other energies are making me feel like you're sort of settling for an insecurity when you could have a lot of abundance and security. And so the thing standing in your way is this idea that you don't feel grounded. You don't feel self-reliant. You feel like you're critical. You're comparing and judging yourself against other people right now. And that's sort of taking away that grounded security that you could be in, you know, like you have these two coins here. Notice it's all pentacles. So my first piece of guidance for you from this reading is get grounded, because right now you're not. You're focused more outwardly than you are inwardly. You're judging your experience based on what you see other people doing, as opposed to taking your eyes and focusing on yourself. Right now, a lot of self-care is necessary. A lot of self-love is necessary. A lot of grounding into your day-to-day rather than escaping it and being critical and judging your experience. There's almost this beauty that comes to us when we look at our day-to-day experience and sort of see things to be grateful for. See how we don't need to compare ourselves or judge ourselves in order to understand our worth. Your worth doesn't depend on anyone else's ability to see it. And it certainly doesn't depend on anyone else validating it. You give that to yourself. Put that mind at rest, Cancer. Allow yourself to recover from this critical place that you've been. Look at that. 3, 4, 3. in Swords. This is a time where there is a wound here. There is some part of yourself that's wounded right now and feeling like in order to heal that wound, you need to put your mind at rest, you need to get grounded again, and you need to trust in the path that feels less critical, less judgmental, less why questions and more what questions. What is this experience teaching me? As opposed to why are people acting like this? Or why can't I get ahead? Or why do people respond to me this way? It's more about what is the lesson in this experience. When you look in the mirror, what is the lesson there? You know what I mean? When you look in the mirror in the sense of looking at the experience as being reflective. What do you see? How do you see yourself in this? And without judgment, right? Seeing the King of Cups come out with the Two of Swords right now, both in reverse, tells me that you're getting pulled into something by this catalyst. Instead of seeing them as being someone who is showing you a reflection of what's going on within you, you're sort of playing the game of why are they acting like that? Why are they acting like that? And it's less about why are they acting like that and more about what is this teaching me about myself? Look at that. You got the 2, 3, and 4 of Swords all coming through in the reverse. So this is causing a mental conflict. You're being guided to move past this mental conflict by ending this never-ending story of self-criticism, self-judgment, and comparison with others. It's bringing up fears, it's bringing up insecurities, and it's ungrounding you. Let's complete this pyramid reading with 2 more cards. 4 of Wands. There is an inner reward here when you break the pattern. You will start to feel like you're manifesting things again. You're always manifesting, by the way. So whether or not you're being critical of yourself or you're stepping into a more empowering narrative, you're always manifesting something to show you what's going on within. The outer world's job is to reflect back at you what's happening within. And so if you're experiencing a connection with someone that is really, really making you uncomfortable and trying to get you to release something through an uncomfortable path, then look at it critically instead of looking at yourself so critically. Look at what this is trying to teach you as opposed to sort of being really critical of yourself and saying, I'm not enough or I'm not able to make this happen. You know, it's interesting. Seeing the Knight of Pentacles now on the bottom of the deck sort of confirms to me that this is a pattern that will take some effort to release from. You're going to have to get intentional about this. You're going to have to get intentional about releasing yourself from this standstill where you're critical of yourself and sort of judgmental about yourself. You're going to have to get really intentional. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, you can't make this up. Same cards coming out in the same position on top of each other. So it's time to release a wound here and pay attention to the signs guiding you instead of not trusting yourself and being critical of yourself. This will help you move. This will help you heal. This will bring in what you truly desire. Star card, bottom of the deck. Wow, very interesting reading. Let's get your final guidance here. What's the highest guidance for Cancer right now? What is this all leading them to? This is really triggering, but it's leading you to spiritual growth. You can't make this stuff up, you my friends. You just can't. This is a moment of spiritual growth for you. And expansion. You've just got to get out of your own way here. Bottom of the deck confirms it. Sorry, I'll put it back on the bottom. I was just going to show you the card, but it's clear, cancel, and release. It's time. It's time to look at these self-destructive, self-sabotaging patterns of thinking, being, and doing. And someone is here to be the soulmate in the soul contract to help you get there. There's new opportunities that await you, my friend. So it's time to clear, cancel, and release these limiting narratives, these self-critical and self-judgment narratives, so that you can grow spiritually towards a new experience. Wow, I'm going to leave it at that for you. Such an interesting reading. Thank you so much for joining me, Cancer. I hope it's resonated and been helpful for you, and I look forward to reading for you again soon, my friends. Sending you so much love. Take care.